speaking to a colleague of mine about 3 days ago, and he referred to you as a confidence player. That the more confident you get on the game, the better, or the less chances you have of making mistakes. Would you describe yourself as that kind of a player?
I think for most athletes that might be the case. I think obviously when you're playing or doing certain actions, if you're doing them well, then obviously that gives you think less about what you do. So I think probably in general that could be true, but I've never really thought about it that way. I just try and approach each and every game, the same way and with the same focus and concentration, and just try and play my game. So I don't really, like I say, it's probably for every athlete that you can probably say that the more you're doing well, the more you play, maybe the more confidence that you do get. If that answers your question. I don't know, somebody's phone's talking.
Yeah. Which phone is Chat. What's your phone?
What's happening?
It's being recording.
It's not.
It is.
Which one is it?
Just move it to the side. No, it can't be that one. My phone is on flight mode, man. It can't be this
No,
one.
there's a recording. I can hear Ulani talking.
You started yesterday, and then Stories came in. How were you feeling about it? And now you're back in the goals. Can you say you can pick the right time to pay the derby because everybody's dreaming to pay the derby?
So the question is, how did I feel?
Yeah, being out now, coming back, reclaiming your jersey.
I think I think the right mindset for us as players at Pirates right now is it's about the team and not about individuals. It has to be at an institution with the size of Pirates. It has to be about the badge, and so I think for us it's just everybody just trying to pull our weight, and I know that at the same time the squad, the coach mentioned it. There's a lot of quality players that can come in and perform. It doesn't matter who you are. So I think the mindset for me at the time was the team needs to win. The team needs to do well. Obviously, for every player, there's a desire to play. But I think for me at that particular moment, the team came first. So for me, it was just a matter of supporting the team and hoping that the team just progressed and grew in confidence and did well. Now that I'm back playing again, the focus is just on the team, on trying to get results, on trying to get the club back into a good position. So we know we haven't really started well. We know that there's a lot of stuff about our game that needs to improve. So right now the focus from my side isn't an individual one; it's more of a collective one. About the timing, I don't know. It's Chiefs is yes, it's the derby, but I think I've said this many times before. I think as an athlete, if you start really placing a lot of attention on certain games, it's not a good thing. So yes, the derby is different. Yes, there's a lot of hype about it, but if the mind starts to focus on anything other than just a game of football in 90 minutes, you're sort of treading on thin ice. So right now for me, it's just I'm playing now, and there's another game coming up, and the focus is again just on hoping the team as a collective can do well and win matches.
We're just on Delhi, those 3 games that you played. I think obviously the dynamics around fans criticizing the players and stuff. Having conceded those 8 goals in the 3 games, what sort of state is he in at the moment? I'm sure you would have had a conversation with him afterwards. And what do you actually make of him as a goalkeeper? I'm sure fans' expectations are going to change now that if he does come back at some point.
I think Joris is a strong character. I think obviously playing in Europe and growing up in that environment, there's a certain level of mental strength that you need to have, and so I think Joris is fine. He's got very good qualities as a keeper. He's got a very good all-round game, and it's obvious from the coaching he's received and the level that he's been playing at. I don't think it should change anybody's perception of him, and I'm sure he's he's looking forward to the next opportunity that he gets to play. But yeah, I think obviously when you're defending or you're conceding goals as a team, it's not only about the keeper, it's not only about the defense. I think the coach alluded to the fact that we, as our game model, as our team structures, we defend as a collective. So we've sat down as a group of players and we've discussed where our shortfalls are defensively. As a collective, not as any individuals, and not as any departments, but as a whole team, what we can do better. So I think going forward, you can see maybe we are sort of defending a little bit more solidly, and that's just due to the whole collective outlook of the team and everybody just being on the same page.
How difficult is it for a goalkeeper to come back from that?
Look, I think there's no impossible situation that you cannot come back from. I think you got to treat it, and I think at this level, I think every player treats each and every game as a new opportunity. So what's happened has happened, and it's in the past. And I think what needs to be done is just to be focused on when the opportunity arises again to take that opportunity and just to treat the game and focus on the game and focus on the whole collective doing well. If you're going into a game and you're thinking about your own personal performance and what you're going to do and what happens if this and this and this, your focus then isn't on the game and then obviously not helping the collective, the team. You're just worried about yourself. So, and I think that's maybe more so adds to a recipe for more, disaster.
When you're coming into this game, and Kaizer Chiefs have been drawn as the home team rather, in this Telkom Cup, does that really matter to you who gets the home team, or what matters to Wayne is what he does and his team on the field of play? Does the home and away matters to you?
So I think what does that mean? A home team means they get to wear their original kit and maybe choose a dressing room. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I think then for us as players, that's not really anything for us to think about. I think for us it's just the game when it arrives and just the tactics and hoping that everybody pulls their weight and has a good game. So I think for us it's not so much about who's the home team or the away team, because the venue at the end of the day is a neutral one. If it was maybe, and I guess we always play the derby at F&B. So in this kind of a case, I don't think home ground advantage or any of the home team things that they what allowed to them will help in any way or detract from our attention as players in any way.
At this time last year, you completed a double over them in this competition in the league. Fast track now, the coach is also attributing them as favorites coming to this game. In Wayne's way of looking at things, what would have led to this?
Well, look, I guess it's a matter of opinion, I guess, on how you look at sport or how you look at matches. Does form really play a part, or do you look at it as on one given particular day, whoever shows up, whoever performs well, will stand more chance to get the victory? So it depends on your opinion on how you look at it. If you look at it on the terms of form, then obviously Chiefs are in a good space. I'm sure as a collective they feel good about themselves due to all the facts we've mentioned, whether they're scoring or what they've been conceding, whether they've been winning in their last 7 games. So one might say, if you look on form, that's why you can earmark them as possibly being the favourites. But again, on a derby day, everybody is emotional. Everybody will be up for it, and so anything can happen. So I think for us as players, we've got training, we've got plans, we've got strategies, And I think for us, we got to just focus on implementing that and hoping that individuals on the day come to the party and we get a good result on Saturday. So yeah, I think for us, we're just treating it as a match, an opportunity, as a challenge. And I think we've been discussing as a collective, as a group, to try and just focus on ourselves right now as well. We know what we're capable of doing. So if we can focus on our strengths, if we can focus on what we do good at, then we will stand a good chance come Saturday.
When there hasn't been a settled back five, maybe since the beginning of the season, does that matter on Derby Day? And also going forward, how important is it for you guys to have a settled back five to do well throughout the season?
I think obviously the more players play with each other, a better understanding, a better cohesiveness, a better can result from a group of players playing regularly together. But I think right now the group of players we have all understand their responsibilities, all understand what is required. And like I said, for us the principle of defending is not so much just on defenders, it's on a collective, it's on the whole team. How is the whole team defending at this point in time? So yes, I guess it's it's up to the individuals that come in on the day to be settled and to approach the game as best as they can. But yeah, I think right now for us, we're just trying to just focus on the next game as Chiefs, and whoever plays in those positions, I know will be up for it and know that they will know what's expected of them, and are able to do a good job. So I think right now everybody's just focused on just trying to get ourselves as individuals and as a team as best as possible in a good way, because we know the challenge that awaits on Saturday.
As a goalie, how important would you say it is to have consistently four guys that you play with from game to game?
Look, I think as in Pirates, there's so much talent and ability and good qualities in each of the so-called defensive players that we have. So I can only speak for myself, but I don't mind what players play in front of me. I know what they're capable of. I know that they are capable in what they can do. So for me, it's not so much about who plays, but rather just on the day, everybody just pulling their energy, pulling their focus and their attention all into one direction. So if I speak for myself, I don't really mind who plays in front of me, because like I've said, I think everybody's capable and everybody can do the job on the day.
Wayne, just like you mentioned that you haven't had the players to start as a team, but since you came there, there's been a lot of it shown to the team and to you by the fans personally. I mean, what does it mean for you when you have the last number as the supporters backing Wayne Sandilands to try to lead us to victory? You saw your performance against Sandilands Park. You made those number of saves and you got big points. And also, what do you think of Castro together with Saminikovic? What threat do they pose on the day?
So the first question, just how do I feel about
people backing you and obviously the team?
Look, I think, like I've said, maybe it's just also very individually. I don't try and read too much into what's happening with supporters and what's been said or what's not been said, because that those things can change from moment to moment, from day to day. So for me right now, it's just about trying to develop my game as much as I can, and trying to be as consistent as I can, and help the team as a collective. Really not trying to think too much about myself and what individually what I bring or what I don't, whatever. I think for me, it's just trying to be there for the team when needed, and focus just on really trying to play a style of that can help the team try and win matches. So not too much to comment on that, because whether fans back you or don't back you, come Saturday, you want to be focused and you want to be able to do a good job for the team. So for me, that's where my focus right now is on trying to just do a good job for the team as a collective. And then with regards to the strikers of Chiefs, any one of those can change a game. You know, they've got that quality about them. You know, they've got unbelievable ability, skill. Can do something out of nothing if required. So look, we know that it's going to be a challenge, but we can only take it moment by moment on Saturday and see what kind of questions they're posing to us as a defence on that particular day. You know, we know what they're capable. We will respect them. Like the coach has said, we will obviously do our analysis, see where their strengths are. Maybe what situations we can manipulate them into to not allow those kind of strengths to happen. So we will do our homework, and on the day see what questions are being posed, see whether how effective we are in what we're trying to impose on them. But we know that it's going to be a challenge. We know we're going to have to be at a very good level. Because like I've said, on any given moment, those guys can change a game and do anything. They're very creative. Like I've said, very skilled. I know those guys already, two of them from the Sundowns days. So I'm not saying that I know how they play and what they're going to do, but I know what they're capable of. So we need to just be at a good level on Saturday.